Hello trainers, we are back this week and we are taking a look at Ratatat. As you can see, we are in a London rooftop, and before we get started, if you like these kinds of videos, please drop a like, subscribe, and hit that bell to be notified when new videos are out. I am planning on making one of these for every Pokemon in every generation currently released, so that will take a while. And the feedback is very much appreciated. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. We are taking a look at this very small Ratatat. As you can see, I'm needing to get quite close. And with Ratatat, for the first time in a while, I think the last one was Venusaur that had differences between male and female. This is a female Ratatat, and the whiskers on the female Ratatat are quite smaller than the male Ratatat. If we look around a bit, you can see that most of Ratatat's body is covered in a light purple color. You do have a division on the front between the nostrils and its mouth, and that is essentially a very light cream sand color, and you have that same color on its four legs. As you can see, the legs are basically with 3 fingers, and if we look around from above, you can see how the color is cut out on the legs. And just looking through the back, you can see 2 small pink circles on its hind legs. The tail as well is quite long, and it just entwines at the end a bit. And the ears, the 2 ears that you see, the inner ear canal is that light cream color. It is a little bit darker than its snout, and right below the nostrils, let's see how close we can get. You can see that its 2 front teeth are quite big. We'll get into these front teeth. One thing I can say is that they grow throughout its entire life, so they always have to continually gnaw at things and eat food that can help file these teeth, because if they grow too large, it can endanger them and they would essentially starve, since they just couldn't eat. And you also have its pink tongue for Ratatat, and its eyes are, I'd say, a dark pink. It's pretty big eyes. Let's go ahead and get a few grabs from Ratatat. I think this pretty much covers the normal form of Ratatat, and we will now go on to the shiny form. Okay trainers, we are back and we are taking a look at a shiny male Ratatat. Let's just get a quick growl. And before I get too close, you can tell right away that the male Ratatat's whiskers are just quite larger. They're quite bigger than the female whiskers. So this is a difference that I'll point out in the next few forms as well. But as you can see, this shiny form of Ratatat is mostly covered in green. It is a very, I don't know, to me it looks a little bit diseased, but most of where the purple used to be is this light mossy green, and you can tell that it goes all around up its tail. And let's just look from behind as well. You can tell that the green goes all around, and the two dots on its hind legs are now, I would say, a purple, a dark purple color. And you can see that purple on its face as well, in its eyes. That purple continues, and the tongue is purple as well, which kind of just adds to that diseased look that maybe you might not want to get near this diseased looking Rattata. But there you have it. That is the shiny form. Let's go ahead and get a few growls from Rattata. I think there is a helicopter above me right now, so there is that. But aside from that, the city has been very quiet due to everything going on around the world at this time. So for now, let's go ahead and cover the shadow form of this Pokemon. Alright trainers, we are back with a shadow Rattata, and this is a female Rattata. It is a bit of a partly cloudy day, so Rattata is enjoying the weather. But as you can tell with this Rattata, it is a shadow Rattata, and you have the signature ominous purple cloud surrounding this Pokemon, and its eyes are dark red, so it is looking a bit ominous. I just want to get a few growls before I get in closer, but remember trainers, always be careful when approaching a shadow Rattata. It looks very, very menacing. And let's just get a few of the growls if we can. I am getting really close, so just remember they are not this big. We will take a look at the final form, which is the purified form of this corrupted Pokemon. Okay trainers, we are back and now taking a look at the purified form of Rattata. This is a male Rattata, and for the purified form you have the white glinting cloud, sometimes glinting gold, surrounding this Rattata completely. And let me just go around. That is the main difference really. This is, as I've said in the past, a very grateful Rattata. They are in pain when they are corrupted by Team Go Rocket and forced into being shadow Pokemon. So when you purify a Rattata, which you should do if you rescue a Rattata, a shadow Rattata, they will be a better Pokemon for you, and that's always a good thing. So this is a very happy Rattata, and I might leave it alone in a second because it's maybe eyeing that bottle in the corner. They will eat anything or almost anything as long as it's not poisonous. But anyways, we'll cover some more of that on the back end of this video. For now, I'm just getting a few growls from this purified Rattata, and we will go ahead and go into the last part of this video looking at a further background on Rattata. Okay trainers, I did want to get this quick video of Rattata. This is a male Rattata, and I am playing it with it as my buddy. So you can tell that it's very curious at me, and its mouth is even closed. So this is an interesting look at Rattata. I hadn't seen Rattata with its mouth closed very much. But as your buddy, they do like to play around a bit. We'll go ahead and pet Rattata, and let's get some love. So it is enjoying playing around, and I'm just gonna feed it for a bit. It's actually following me around. I had not seen this before. That's interesting. So, yes, if you tease your Rattata, it will follow you around. Make sure you feed it. And they do like all kinds of berries. The official Pokédex entry for Rattata reads as follows. Rattata. This Pokemon is a small and very quick common sight in many places, but also hazardous. They bite anything when they attack. If you see one, it is certain that 40 more live in the area. This Pokemon's impressive vitality and strong capacity for survival allows it to live and make a nest anywhere, even dirty places, without concern. Living wherever food is available, it ceaselessly scavenges for edibles the entire day. It eats everything. Rattata likes cheese, nuts, fruits, and berries. It will settle down and produce offspring continuously. Left unchecked, their numbers multiply very rapidly. Rattata is cautious in the extreme. Even while it is asleep, it constantly listens for danger by moving its ears around. They scurry around quickly, searching for hard objects to gnaw. It appears to be jittery and unable to remain still. Rattata will chew on anything with its very long and very sharp fangs. Its fangs continue growing until its death, so they must gnaw on hard things to whittle them down constantly. Its sharp fangs can easily cut right through hard wood. If its trainer doesn't offer Rattata a file to gnaw on, they will gnaw on door frames, table legs, and so on. If its fangs get too long, this Pokemon becomes unable to eat and it starves to death. Rattata also comes out into open fields to steal food from stupid travelers. Trainers, we will now review Rattata in more detail and delve deeper into its background. Rattata do have a slight visible difference between male and female. If you look closer, you can see that the female has shorter whiskers than the male. Originally from the Kanto region, they can be found pretty much everywhere. They live in mountains, islands, forests, jungles, grasslands, and the busiest cities without much trouble. If you find a Rattata around your home, it is certain dozens more are hiding around. In Pokemon Go, Rattata does not nest but can be found nearly everywhere. They prefer partly cloudy weather, so keep a lookout, trainers. Rattata is an omnivore that will eat practically anything it comes across. It might be easier to describe what they don't eat. They prefer hard food to wear down their teeth but can get sustenance from just about anything, including meat, bones, fruits, seeds, nuts, wood, cinder walls, concrete. If it's not too poisonous or dangerous, it can be considered food, basically. They must also be very cautious and mostly hunt in groups, as they themselves are a popular meal for larger predators. Very much like their rat counterparts, if Rattata finds food, it will call upon its group to join it. Since they can settle and reproduce quite quickly, this could make them huge household pests. Pokemon like Meowth and Glameow are used by households sometimes to deal with them. Rookie trainers should always be careful with their limited supplies, as Rattata are known to steal food any chance they get. As the Pokédex states, if Rattata does not take care of its large front teeth, it can be dangerous and even deadly for them. As trainers, you are also responsible of making sure Rattata whittle their teeth on a file or boards. Although many consider this Pokemon a nuisance, they are considered great Pokemon for rookie trainers, since they can live almost anywhere and are very low maintenance. This is a good combination for trainers starting their journey. Their large ears act to protect them from predators even as they sleep. By consistently listening at their surroundings, they can be warned of potential danger and stay on the move. Despite their bad reputation as pests, Rattata is integral to many ecosystems, particularly as a steady food supply for predators. Few Pokemon reproduce as quickly as them. Rattata are curious, but also quick to respond to perceived threats. They almost always flee when they see danger coming their way. If you are thinking startling a Rattata is a good idea, their very sharp front teeth might have something to say about that. You don't want to end up with a nasty scar. Best to be safe. While not generally dangerous to humans, their startled reflexes sometimes lead them to biting their trainers. Rattata is a social Pokemon, so they should not be raised alone. They don't necessarily need other Rattata for interaction, but playing or interacting with their trainers and other Pokemon is recommended. Rattata is quite intelligent and are easy to train. Trainers should keep in mind that just because they can battle any Pokemon with Rattata does not mean they should. And hopefully the opponent Pokemon will take enough care not to decimate poor Rattata. The name Rattata may be a combination of rat and attack, evident from its prototype name Rattatak. It may also incorporate the onomatopoeic word rat-a-tat. In Japanese, its name is Korata, which is a combination of ko, meaning child, and Rattata, which is Raticate's Japanese name, leaning towards the meaning child Ratta. It may also be a combination of ko, which is small, and rat. My initial thoughts on Rattata were pest, not to be mean, just being candid, trainers. I essentially thought, oh, it's a purple rat that has huge teeth, and I want nothing to do with it. I now see the value in this Pokemon not only for rookie trainers but for the ecosystem and essentially the cycle of life. No, Rattata is not only good for becoming the lunch of other Pokemon. They are curious and can be great partners for new trainers. If you think about it, they can find food quickly, and their intelligence and senses for danger can keep new, inexperienced trainers quite safe. I can see how they would become a nuisance in larger urban areas, and their willingness to settle anywhere, including in filth, could lead to having them potentially spread disease, as the rats did during the Black Plague in Europe centuries ago. Care must always be taken by trainers when approaching a Rattata, but as they are not known to attack humans, it is mainly being careful not to startle them and inadvertently getting bitten. Also, remember to be social and interact with them so that you can raise a happy and healthy Rattata. Take extra care around Shadow Rattata as well, especially if they are in groups, as they could be very vicious. And finally, while I usually like shiny Pokemon with a stark color difference, in the case of Rattata, the shiny form kind of looks very diseased with its green coloring and purple tongue. All in all, Rattata's value to any ecosystem is undeniable, and I have slightly changed my thinking on them. It definitely helped researching their disposition, and hopefully trainers will now at least not overlook their value and give them a second chance. Also, please note that while the Alolan form of Rattata is available in Pokemon Go, I decided to wait and cover all Alolan forms of Kanto Pokemon when we reach the Alola generation. Okay, trainers, if I missed anything or if you have any thoughts on Rattata, please add them in the comments section below. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when a new video is up. I plan to release one every week with the goal of completing every Pokemon in every generation currently released. Please follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Pinterest, Facebook, and Twitter. The handle is @LondonInstinct for updates, posts, and stories. I am having fun featuring art submissions from trainers around the world, so feel free to submit yours too. Stay safe out there, and see you next week, trainers. Bye.